Human Weapon from the History Channel. When this came on in 2007, I was so stoked because there was just nothing like this on TV at the time. It was like actual martial arts, none of this mixed martial arts, just straight out fighting for the sake of whatever. This was like true heart and soul, like martial arts, spiritual, all that. I don't know how to say this without, wow, let me restart. When this came out in 2007, I was just so stoked, because what it is, it's this show where these two guys go around and experience the training that actual martial artists go through. Like, take a martial art, for example, Muay Thai. That's the first episode. Okay, so they go to Thailand, and we see exactly what Thai fighters go through in order to make a living, which it's unreal how bad the conditions are over there. Like a quote, a fighter in America will fight, I can't even remember, like maybe 20 career fights and earn a pretty good chunk of money, whereas a fighter in Thailand will do like 50 career fights and earn maybe half what an American does. So not only is the martial art just incredible, and it's revealed with stunning detail, like how the techniques are performed, it's really informative, and this is a really good show. And just being on History Channel back then, I was so psyched. Finally, I just got this because it had been so long since I've seen it on History Channel. It might still be on. I don't really watch TV anymore, but I'm pretty glad I got this. I got a few movies. First is Lord of the Rings, the first 3 films. Pretty lackluster collection. It's just the 3 movies, no special features that I'm aware of. Haven't watched it yet, so I can't comment on the quality, but you know, it's the first 3 Lord of the Rings. If you know what they are and like the films, I would imagine this is a great collection, but I could be wrong. This could be a terrible iconocopy. As for the movies themselves, it's fantasy at its best. Much better than any other thing like Harry Potter or Tales of Narnia, in my opinion. There are 3 movies, and all 3 are, I think, 3 hours. A lot of people say, oh, they're too long, but you know, whatever. The first one just has awesome scenery, and the storytelling is great pacing, in my opinion. The second one, they kind of got this other battle theme going on and let you know that there's this whole other part of it, because they split up. There's a bunch of characters and they split up, and it adds this whole other layer of tension and gets you really pumped for the third movie, which has the best battles in any of the 3, but my favorite is the first one just because of the scenery and the story. But that's neither here nor there, because I don't know ultimately what this quality or what this collection offers, but I'm gonna bet it's not bad. Could be wrong though, I don't know. Got Ninja Assassin. When I first saw the trailer for this, I was like, that's pretty cool. Before I watched the movie, I'm thinking, okay, this will be the typical movie. This guy's an assassin, and he'll go through, you know, drama and kill people and then finally end up being good. It wasn't like that at all, and I was totally amazed at how different this movie was. I think it's the Wachowski brothers who did the, whatchamacallit, and at the time, I had no idea who Rain was, because I wasn't into K-pop like I am now, and I didn't know Lee Jun, so as that, like, you know, this movie really meant nothing to me. Then once I got into K-pop and I sort of learned who they were, granted, I didn't really know much about them, I just knew they were K-pop stars and that they were both in the movie, so I'm like, yeah, I'll rewatch it again, I'll get the DVD and stuff, and yeah, they're both in it, and that one line where the guy's like, looks like he belongs in a boy band. It actually made sense this time. Pretty cool movie. We got a series of movies. Halloween 2, Halloween 4, 5, 6, otherwise known as The Curse of Michael Myers, Halloween H2O, aka 7, and Halloween Resurrection, aka 8. I don't have 1 or 3 because 1 is just so widely known that I didn't really think I needed to get it. And 3 has nothing to do with Michael Myers, although ironically, aesthetically, I mean, I think it's actually better than, you know, any of this series, but When I was in like 7th grade and found out about this series, I was so compelled by it, and I have no idea why. Maybe the theme music to it, even though these movies have severe flaws. The more sequels they make, really the worse they get as far as flaws go, but you know, there's something about each of them that'll make me incapable of ever truly hating them, although I did kind of grow out of my enjoyment for them long ago. I just watched them to see if I would get nostalgia from them, and I really don't. It's kind of fun to look back and think, oh wow, I was actually into this. Oh well. This movie, The Curse of Michael Myers, is usually people's least favorite, and it might actually be my favorite just because, well, I don't know, now rewatching the movies I see where a lot of people find the problems, and I kind of agree, but I like what they did with the character of Tommy from the original one. Other than that, though, yeah, none of these are really, yeah, I don't know if I'll ever get back into this. I kind of doubt it. It's a part of my past that I'm not trying to get rid of it or hide it or anything, but it's just how it goes. On the bottom shelf, I got the DVDs that I hardly ever watch. One of them being the Rob Zombie First Halloween. When it came out in 2007, I got it right away, or right around Christmas, I think it was actually. I didn't go to theaters to see it, I wasn't that excited, but I was really curious to see how it would turn out, and I expected to either be severely disappointed or really impressed, and I actually fell somewhere in the middle. And now looking back at it, just looks like an unnecessarily bloody, overly swearing, sexualized, just typical slasher that I just can't even care for remotely. This one, I gotta be honest, I found at the bargain bin on Right Stuff, and the title alone just made me want it more than anything. Jay and Silent Bob do Degrassi. And now, before I continue, I gotta say, getting Funimation DVDs as often as I did and seeing trailers for Degrassi, I immediately detested every single aspect about Degrassi. This is what I hate about modern society, that they actually enjoy drama like this. So when I saw Jay and Silent Bob do Degrassi, I figured Jay and Silent Bob would be making fun of Degrassi. I didn't think Kevin Smith was such a fan that somehow miraculously he ended up being on the show. There's like a 3-episode arc with him featured in it. Him and forget his name. They're both in it, and it's really, watching this alone, like I knew nothing about the series. The drama in this I couldn't stand, but the part about Jay and Silent Bob, you know, the ninja fight and everything, I did enjoy, and I respect how he's actually a fan of this, but I'm certainly not any more interested in Degrassi than I was before I got this. The title, it stuck out to me, but yeah, I don't care for this. Other than a cheap laugh here and there, but I would never buy Degrassi. From what I've seen, that just justifies me detesting it.